Okay. Again, thank you for letting me be a little late on this. I apologize. Um, I had visited my mom this weekend and just forgot my computer, so has all my has this program that I do this on. It has all my files on it, with, Tiger and whatnot. So, anyway, to the good stuff. First of all, love that you're picking up golf. It's a fun game. It's rewarding. Very frustrating at times, but you know what? We're here to get better. And I don't know what the person who referred you to me said, but I feel like there's a lot of value in these videos for just $5. So I look forward to working with you over the summer. There are some things in person that over a computer it's going to be really hard to do. So maybe we do a couple of these if you, like I said, if you do find the value in them, and and then we can then maybe you can even try a instructor in person too, just to see what you think. Um, but anyway, let's get into some analysis. So I try to use Tiger a lot in my analysis, and I think he's one of the best golfers ever, and I think technically his swing's really solid. So before I do anything like real technical with people, I always try to start with the basics and start from the ground up. And what I mean from the ground up is just the fundamentals of the golf swing. So um, couple things here. I uh, I want you to work on your grip a little bit. Now I know there's it's kind of hard to see here on Tiger's grip. Um, I'm trying to get it to where it's maybe outside of the watermarks. But right now you have what's called a very strong right hand. Your fingertips are so far over on the left side of the club. All right. Now it's going to feel really weird, but these fingertips have to end up a little bit more underneath the club rather than wrapped around it like you have it like when they end up on top. They have to be a little bit more underneath. Again, I'm going to move Tiger's um, hand here, and you can see his are just a little bit more underneath. I do like how you have that thumb tucked away. That's really good. There are some great YouTube videos that I'm not going to be able to explain without demonstrating to you. It's very hard to explain the grip without demonstrating it to you. So I would recommend just heading to YouTube and just typing in overlap grip. They will do it step by step for you. So this is the first thing I really want you to focus on. Because the grip is the most important thing in the golf swing, in my opinion. It's so hard to have everything else right if your grip is a little odd. You go up and down the tour, all of them have a solid grip. So I'll leave it at that. But again, just watch a 5-minute video how to grip a golf club using a interlocking grip is what I want you to do. So interlocking grip on YouTube, you should be able to find a lot of guys that do that. Next, let's talk about our stance. So I want you to see here, and I'm going to draw a line from Tiger's knee up through his shoulder, and again Tiger's knee up through his shoulder. Let me get a little bit better drawings here. That's more middle. He's not at address. There we go. And this is more in the middle. So you see how his kneecaps are kind of in line just with his shoulders. Right now, we're a little bit outside of that on both legs, which is fine. But I would like to see you get a little bit more, probably feet closer together, just a little bit. Reason is you'll be able to rotate a little bit easier. Having wide feet makes it easy to sway both directions, and you'll see kind of on your backswing here. See how our feet kind of break down here, and we're swaying back. So it just makes it easier to sway when you're kind of nice and tight. Not so close where you can fall over, but if you get a little bit closer, like Tiger's feet are here, you can turn a little bit better. So far we've got grips and our knee and our feet a little bit closer together. One, I do like how your legs are not together. They are, you're separating them. I can tell, which is great. Another thing I do like is your hands are ahead of the ball. That's one thing that I do have to teach a lot of people, especially on our first lesson. But one thing I would do is just I'd bump them back just a little. All right, you're doing great, but I would take this shaft angle that you have here and move it to about here, kind of just matching what Tiger does here. I went and found a video where he was hitting a little bit of a lower shot, and you know, putting his hands way ahead. You can see he's kind of knocking it down a little bit. He doesn't actually have a full finish. But this is a great way to get your hands ahead. But like I said, I just want you to bump it back just a little bit. Now, you may be able to do this by just bumping your ball in front a little bit. So instead of moving your hands back, I just want you to move your ball ahead, but keep your hands right where they're at. So it's a good spot. I'd say move your ball about a ball and a half up. It's going to feel weird, but that's where I would like to start hitting some balls. Okay, next. So we've got our stance, we've got our grip, we've got our shaft lean. This looks great. We call this the V. You can see Tiger has the same V going on, so you guys are matching perfect. And one final thing I want you to add before we get any further is, and your friend may know what I'm about to say, I would like you to add just a little tilt behind the ball with your spine. I want you to see, I'm going to exaggerate here. I'm going to use a different color other than red. I'm going to exaggerate here how Tiger gets behind the ball a little bit with his upper body. You are very straight up and down, almost like you're hitting like you're up to bat at a baseball game. I want you to lean back just a little bit, okay? Just a little bit to the left. Now that green line's exaggerated, more likely something like this. All right, just enough to get your upper body behind the ball. All right, so quick little recap. We've moved the ball up here. Our hands are staying in the same spot, but they're still ahead. All right. We've moved our feet a little bit closer together, closer to here and here. And now we've added a little bit of spine tilt into our swing. All right. And one final thing I'm going to have you work on. I don't want you to overkill. What I want you to do is write these small things down and hammer them out one by one. You would get overkill if I kept going. But like I said, this is your first lesson. I just want you to see the value of what you're going to get in the future. Golf is weird, where you can get overworked very easy, and it's very easy to get overwhelmed and frustrated. So we're going to start very simple and pretty easy, and we can graduate from later on. But you see this V here we talked about. I want you to work on maintaining this till about here. All right, I'm going to demonstrate with Tiger. See how his V stays together very well with his arms? He's using these muscles. His pecs, his shoulders are taking away that club. Notice his wrists are not moving at all, really. They're kind of staying pretty still. Like his hands here are still in front of the club here. Hands, club. All right, now we go over here on your side. Watch our first move. Before any of our body goes, our wrists are taking that back all the way past our foot. All right, which is fine, but our triangle is already broken by the time we get to our hips. And again, I'm going to show Tiger here. His triangle is still intact, arguably. He's still got here, here, and there, where our arm is a little bent right here in this direction. Again, write these down, rewatch this video if you have to. Just skip my first minute of jumbling. Hope you enjoyed this video. I look forward to working with you again. work on these small things, write them down, take it to the range, get used to it, send me another video. All right, I'm looking forward to it. Again, I always tell all my people, feel free to follow up with a message. I'd love to help you.